Hello, and welcome to another episode with the Autistic Angler. Well, after a few days of settled weather, I decided to come back to Eastney Pier to see if I can get a clearer video to see if there's anything underneath. So let's see what happens. Well, it does look a lot clearer down there. So we'll have to see. So today, I've got a different reel on. It's a Daiwa Sea Line. So here we go then. That's the first drop. It looked a lot clearer up the top. And still no signs of fish, but as we go down, it's getting a bit murky. Deeper colour, and bang, there you go. So you can see the bottom. That's me just adjusting, making sure it's not stuck. And that's the picture for a bit. Now have a look around. I looked ever so hard. I thought that was a crab down the bottom right, but it's not. And yeah, not much to say really, because there's not much to see, but at least we can actually see down on the floor now. And because it's only an hour after low tide, we haven't got much of a movement of current either. So everything's just wafting away. I spent all my time looking around in the background just to see if I could see a fish anywhere. But as you can see, it seems to be pretty devoid of life. Can't even see any shrimps or crabs or anything. And I was quite surprised when I looked at this footage back, because this is the area where the wrasse were, the cork rings. Right, so that's me going to move the bait. And you can see, look, there was no sign of anything. And there's nothing down on the bottom of the pier here. There's no little wrasse feeding. Obviously no mullet, but I thought there'd be some wrasse up here. But that bait's bobbing up and down because I'm dropping it down a lot slower, so you can have a good look around, see if there's anything in the mid-water column. But basically there isn't. And at least this time we can see that there's nothing to see, whereas last time the footage was too dark. So this time, when it gets to the bottom, because I've got a swivel down by the weight, actually, can't remember where I have a swivel, but this does the job quite nicely. It's just going round and round in 3 circles, so you can have a good look and just see. I mean, if you look back on my videos, when this happened last time, you can see a shoal of, yeah, this is the corner where the pouting were, but there was plenty of wrasse around. And hold on tight, because in about 3 minutes you will see a fish, just to let you know. So something to look forward to. But one of my comments that I had on the last video was maybe it was because of pollution. I can't really see that that would be the case, because all the way around this pier there is plenty of fish, plenty of wildlife. But do you know what? Maybe he's right, because, all right, it wasn't exactly Piccadilly Circus down here, but there always was one or two crabs, wasn't there? But plenty of cork ring wrasse. Now, I understand in summer is the time where you got most of your fish, but I still can't get my head round. All those hundreds and hundreds of wrasse have gone into deeper water. Yeah, but if you go just outside of this pier, you'll bang into the massive current of the harbour, which takes you out into the Solent. So where the hell would all the wrasse go? They can't just mosey on down into a safe spot, because there aren't any. Well, yeah, of course, there could be structures around for them to hide in. But it's like all the tompots and the blennies and everything. Where have they all gone? I think I'm going to have to contact the University of Portsmouth or somebody to try and find out if there's been a study to see where all the fish go at winter. But I think the next thing that inevitably I'm going to have to do is to do some, basically expand my area where I'm going to do the underwater stuff. But then I've got a higher chance of losing the GoPro. Now, look, there's nothing there. Every time I'm dropping it down or rebaiting, I'm moving it onto different areas. Basically, going up or down to the corner, across the front, and back down again. You haven't got hours of footage of me doing that, because I had all sorts of problems with GoPro batteries and stuff. And we're coming up now to some bits where we see fish. Now, the question you've got to ask yourself when you see the fish, is it one fish just swimming past the camera a few times, or is it lots of fish swimming past the camera once? I actually think it's only a solitary fish that's down there. He comes up bottom right in a minute. Keep watching. Underneath that frond he comes up. Thought my timestamp was about now. So where is it? There he is. And you can see the dot on his tail, so that makes him a cork ring wrasse. Now, the bait, as you can see, is pretty well presented. It can be seen by fish, and there's never been a problem in the past with the salted ragworm. Now, obviously, he might or might not have seen it as he swam up then, but he moseyed off and did his thing. And can't remember the timestamp of the next showing, but it's pretty soon. But the one thing I'll say is that there's no competition for food today. Because there's so few fish, this fish or fishes that are there now aren't fighting for the fish. Aren't fighting for the food. There he goes, look, just moseying past again. I'm sure it's the same one. They're not fighting for the food. So as there's no competition, they haven't got to worry about feeding. Maybe because this is the only fish around, he's... See, I can't decide. Was that one a little bit darker and the other one was lighter? Maybe there are more than one. Did he turn around quickly? But they're so relaxed. They're not interested in feeding. They're not fighting. They're not squabbling. They're not doing anything. Now, if there's that few fish down there, whatever they feed on normally, maybe there's enough just to keep the small quantity that are there. Look, he moved the bloomin' bait. Not bothered about it at all. But at least we can see there's a damn fish there. So not every single fish is gone. Only 999,999. To leave that one behind. Or maybe two. I don't know. Look, it was almost like he looked at it and went, nah, there's better bait around. And obviously, I don't know, he's looking at it, so I'm bringing it up to have a look, see if there's any bait left. Look at all this structure down there. One of these days, I'm going to lose that GoPro down there. Can't believe the amount of rubbish that's down there that I haven't got snagged on. So, I think now I go around to the end of the jetty. And, yeah. Just checking the bait. Just checking the camera and everything. And we drop it down on the end there, look. Well, like I say, if you don't want to see any more fish, you can click off now, because there isn't any more coming up. But what I've got is just a couple of clips now, just showing basically there's no fish around the end either. But we can see some different areas around the end of the pier now. And look, this is right out in the swim. You know, it's not right by the structure or anything. It's in the open, not in the swim. And look, there's nothing there. Nothing's interesting in it. Now, like I've said before, the salted rag worked in the past, so I don't know why it wouldn't work today. Maybe I'm going to go and dig some fresh worms. But if there's so few fish there, I don't know. It's a strange one, it really is. And like I said, where's the crabs? Now, I know the crabs go deeper in the winter anyway, because we don't get all the spiders on the beach. But these shore crabs around here, you would have thought they would have taken refuge in the structure over the winter. Unless that chap was right, unless the pollution has. But no, it couldn't have been, because that fish was fine, he looked healthy. And if it was so polluted that it was dangerous, no, I'd be fascinated to hear what you lot think. Do you think it's pollution in the harbour? Or do you think it's just winter and this is normal? Because bearing in mind, I've not been doing this a year yet, so I don't know if this is what actually happens in the winter. Maybe it is. But there ain't a lot down there, folks. Not at the moment. Now, this time next month, I'll be looking for the place to be in on the beach. So, I don't know if the water temperature... I don't know if this is all by the water temperature, affected by the water temperature, because it's not that cold at the moment out there. You would have thought it would have got colder yet. I think I heard the other day that it's just dropped underneath 10. And this is the last chuck down, because, like I say, I had loads of problems with the GoPro batteries after this. And, just showing you a different area. So,